Hello everyone, welcome back to our Power BI channel. Here we are covering DAX functions in this series. In the previous class guys, we have studied some interesting maths and trig functions. And now in today's class, we will also learn more about some more interesting maths and trig functions. So let's start the class guys. And here are the topics which we are going to cover in today's class. So let's start with this mod DAX function. I hope guys you have definitely studied in plus 2 or 10th class like mean, median and mode. So with the help of Power BI guys, we can also use this mod DAX function. So let's go to reference page and understand the definition first. It returns the remainder after a number is divided by a divisor. The result always has the same sign as the divisor. And here we have just only two parameters. The first one is number and the second one is divisor. And now let's apply this DAX function in Power BI desktop. So let's go to data view and click on new column. And now I will rename this as mod, which stands for modulus. And now I will write my DAX function, which is mod. So under number parameter guys, I am taking random number, let's say 15, comma, and the divisor let's say 10, and close the bracket and hit enter. So here is the answer guys, which is 5. And now let's understand the calculation, how we can calculate mod. So let's go to this Word file and I have taken one example here. Let's suppose if we want to calculate the mod of 15 and 10. So firstly we will need to do, we have to minus this 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. And then we have to check this 5 is greater than 10 or not. This 5 is less than 10. That means that answer is okay. And our mod is 5. And now let's understand the second example. Let's suppose we want to calculate the mod of 10 and 25. So what we need to do, we need to minus this 25 minus 10, which is 15. And now we have to check this 15 is less than 10 or not. So obviously this is not less than 10. So we need to perform more calculation like this. Now what we need to do, we need to minus this 15 minus 10 equal to 5. And now we have to check this 5 is less than 10 or not. So yes guys, this is less than 10. So our mod is 5. And now let's take the same example in Power BI desktop. So under number guys, I will take 25. So the next parameter is divisor. So I will take 10 here and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our answer is 5. So in this way guys, we can calculate mod. And now let's move towards the next topic of our today's class, which is M round. So let's go to Power BI desktop and understand the definition first. It's simply written a number rounded to the desired multiple. And we have two parameters, number and multiple. So here in this example guys, we can see if our figure is 1.3, it is getting to the nearest multiple of 0.2. This expected result is 1.4. So simply go here in Power BI desktop and let's apply the same example. Go here in new column and let me rename this as M round. And now I will write my DAX function, which is M round. So the first parameter is number. So I will take 1.3 in number, comma, and the multiple is like 0.2 and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our answer is nearest to the decimal, which is 1.3 becomes 1.4. And now let me edit this digit. Let's suppose I will take here 1.98. So it is closest to the 2. So let me enter here. So here we can see guys, our answer is 2. So in this way guys, we can use this M round function. And now let's move towards the next DAX function of our today's class, which is odd. So in the previous tutorials guys, we have studied even function. That even function rounds the value to the even. And this odd function is totally opposite to the even function. If we have a decimal values guys, it converts into odd values. And now let's go to reference page and understand the definition. So it returns number rounded up to the nearest odd integer. And here we have just only one parameter, which is number. So let's quickly go to Power BI desktop and let's apply this DAX function. And let me rename this as odd. And now I will write my odd DAX function. So in this column guys, we can see we have some odd numbers and we have some even numbers. So under number parameter guys, I will take this integer column, which is from the budget to table, and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our all numbers are odd, not even. 10 becomes 11, 12 becomes 13. And if you see this number guys, which is nearest closest to the 14, but it becomes 15 here, not 14. Because this odd function guys, it only returns the odd values. 45 become 47, not 46. I hope guys now you are clear with this odd DAX function. And now let's understand the next DAX function of our today's class, which is pi. I hope guys you have definitely studied in our +2. Like the value of pi is 22/7. So let's go to reference page and understand the definition first. So it returns the value of pi is 3.14 something, accurate to 15 digits. And here we have no parameters. So let's go to reference page and now calculate the value of pi. So I will go here in new column and I will rename this as pi. And now I will write my DAX function, which is pi. And here is no parameter. Enter. Our answer is 3.14, which is 22 divided by 7. You guys can calculate yourselves. And if you want to calculate the radius, so you guys can also do that. So under this example guys, we can see that it multiply by radius and multiply by 2. So let's perform same calculation in Power BI. So I will add multiply sign here and our radius is, let's suppose, 45 and multiply by 2 and close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, our result is 282.74 something. So in this way guys, you can also calculate radius with pi. And now let's understand the next DAX function. So the next DAX function is power. So these functions are basic functions guys, you have definitely covered in your school days. Let's suppose if we have example 2 power of 2, which is 4, 2 power of 3, which is 8. So in this way guys, we can calculate the power. So here we have separate DAX function in Power BI. So let's go to reference page to understand the definition first. It returns the result of a number raised to power. And here we have just only two parameters, number and power. Let me scroll it down. So here you can see if we have a 5 number and the power is 2, so answer would be 25. So let's apply the same DAX function in Power BI desktop. So go here on new column and let me rename this as power. And now I will use my DAX function, which is power, and the number parameter guys, I will take 5, comma, and the power is 2, which is 5 is to power of 2, that means 25. So here is the result guys, and let's suppose you want to change the number from here. So this time I will take 6. So 6 is to power 6 is 36. So here is the answer guys. So in this way guys, you can use this power DAX function in Power BI desktop. And now let's understand the next DAX function of our today's class, which is quotient. So guys, whenever we perform the calculation of division, so we have divider, division, remainder and quotient. And if you want to calculate the quotient, we have separate DAX function here in Power BI. So let's go to reference page first to understand the definition. It performs division and returns only the integer portion of the division result. Use this function when you want to discard the remainder of a division. And here we have just only two parameters, which is numerator and denominator. And let's suppose I want to divide 75 by 9. So let's go to Power BI desktop and apply this DAX function. Simply click here on new column and I will rename this as quotient. And now I will apply my DAX function, which is quotient. So I want to divide 75 by 9. So 75 is my numerator and 9 is my denominator. So here answer is 8. And now let's understand with this picture. So under this picture guys, we can see this is a divisor and this is a dividend. So once we divide this dividend with the divisor, so our remainder is 3. This 9 cuts with 8, so this 8 is a quotient. That's why here answer is 8. And now let's move towards the next DAX function of our today's class, which is radians. So let's go to reference page, and here the definition is it converts degree to radians. So guys, we have already covered radians and degrees. So here under this example guys, you can see they have taken 270 degree and the radians is 4.712389. So let's apply the same DAX function in Power BI Desktop. Go here in new column, and I am renaming this as radians. And now I will write my DAX function. So my number is 270 and close the bracket. So this is the radians guys, which is 4.712. So I hope guys now you are clear how we calculate radians in Power BI. Now let's understand the next DAX function of our today's class, which is RAND, which stands for random. So let's go to reference page and understand the definition first. It returns a random number greater than or equal to 0 and less than 1. The number that is returning changes each time the cells containing this function is recalculated. And here we have no parameter because it calculating random number which is not more than greater than 1. So let's go to Power BI Desktop and understand this with practical. So go here on new calculated column, and I am renaming this as RAND, which is random. And now I will write my DAX function RAND, and we have no parameter, and just hit enter. So here we can see guys, it is returning random number here in this column which starts from 0.2. We cannot returning any negative number here. And if you want to multiply with the 100, so here we can see guys, it returning positive integers with multiply by 100. So in this way guys, you can use this random DAX function. And now let's move towards the last DAX function of our today's class, which name is rand between, which is random between. So let's go to reference page and understand the definition first. It returns a random number in the range between two numbers you specify. Excel users have definitely used this formula to create a random data set. So this same function we can also perform in Power BI Desktop. And here we have just only two parameters, bottom and top, which means number start and number end. So let's go to Power BI Desktop and calculate this function. So go here in new calculated column, and let me rename this as random between. And now I will write my DAX function, which is random between. So the first parameter is bottom. That means from where you want to start your number, which should not be less than that particular number. Let's suppose I am taking 10. That means my random number is not less than 10. And top is 2000. That means our number should not be more than 2000. And close the bracket and hit enter. So here we can see guys, it displaying random number here in this column, which is not less than 10 and not more than 2000. So in this way guys, you can use this random between DAX function. So I hope guys you have cleared with all the DAX functions of today's class. So do more practice and explore more yourself. And stay connected with us and kindly support this channel. And if you want to learn free Power BI from scratch guys, so here we have this YouTube channel, which name is Power BI Full Course by Shubham. And under this 50 tutorials guys, I have explained each and every concept in detail. And those who are visit first time on this channel, please kindly hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram channel where I am keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening. And you will also find some latest interview questions and answers. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone for jobs and trainings. But if you still think you require paid training sessions guys, so guys, I am also providing one-on-one paid training sessions, and from day one guys, I prepare you for interviews round. And this is an advanced training guys as compared to YouTube training. So you guys can connect me on LinkedIn or Telegram channel. Both the links are given under the description box. you guys can follow me there. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Thank you so much.